be it at a workplace or in some other forum, it becomes necessary at times for us to deliver a speech. Many of us may shudder at the thought of delivering a speech. However, it becomes essential from time to time. When it comes to delivering a speech, what is most important is the process which precedes this, and that is the process of preparation. So, how do you prepare and write a winning speech? So, most of the time, we may have advance intimation pertaining to the speech that we are required to deliver. At times, the speech may be impromptu, however, most of the time, we have advance intimation, and that can possibly give us enough time to prepare. I would share with you 8 action points which, in case you incorporate as a part of your preparation process, you can devise and deliver a winning speech. So, the first point, when it comes to writing a powerful speech, what you need to do is to do it at a silent place where there is not any disturbance, where you can think freely. And from my own personal practice, as well as what I've observed with other excellent communicators, please write down the points on a piece of paper or a notebook or a notepad. So, a silent place and paper and pen would be definitely a value add to the process of writing a robust speech. The first point, in addition to silence, pen, and paper, is you identifying the objective of the speech, which is most important. So, analyze and understand what the objective of the speech is, because that's the foundation on the basis of what you need to speak about. Now, once that is done, the second point is ideation. Think about various ideas and jot it down. It has to be a dynamic process where you will need to bring out all thoughts or all ideas which are relevant to the objective. And of course, you don't need to incorporate all those ideas or all those thoughts. You can filter it out. The third step in the process is to create an outline. So once you have ideas with you, you filter those ideas. The next point is to create a very clear outline on a piece of paper or within your notebook or any other material that you may have. So that's going to be extremely important to create that structure. So with the objective and ideas, the foundation is done. Next, with this particular element of outline, you are actually creating a very good structure pertaining to the speech. Also, what you need to bear in perspective is the fourth point, which is creating hooks. I'm sure you understand that a speech is created and delivered for a target audience. So you need to include points which could lead to a proper level of engagement, and people are actually interested in listening to you. So create a few hooks so that you do not let people's attention to wane away, and that's going to be extremely important. So it could be in the form of certain humor or possibly certain statements like statistics, in case you're talking about a serious subject, certain points of statistics which would arouse the curiosity of the target audience. And when I refer to humor, it has to be clean humor which possibly doesn't impact anyone negatively or cause any uncomfortable feeling among people. So identifying a few hooks to make your speech interesting is going to be extremely vital. The next point is going to be that of being natural. So please be yourself. You do not need to ape anyone else. Also, regardless of how your communication is, always focus and think that you are the best in whatever you do. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone. Just do your very best. Be you rather than being someone else. So being natural is absolutely necessary. The next point is use simple language. Kindly do not use too much of jargon or heavy words which can complicate matters. or lead to a situation where your target audience doesn't understand what you're saying. So that's going to be very important, whereby the language has to be simplistic without too many jazzy words. You should not be using too many acronyms or abbreviations as well. Ensure that whatever you are presenting and creating as well as communicating is crisp, concise, lucid, and clear. The next point pertains to data. So within a speech, there can be certain data points shared. However, always verify the accuracy of the data points. So please don't create data on your own or bring about certain ambiguous sets of data. So everything needs to be validated, because these days when you communicate something, people have the ability to cross check it on their mobile phones, because now data is available and statistics can also be obtained at the click of a button. So whatever you're communicating, especially data, has to be verified, has to be credible. And it's necessary to have certain data points as a part of a speech, because then the confidence and the trust between you and the audience gets built and goes to a very different level. The last point pertaining to writing a robust speech is the point pertaining to personalization. So when it comes to personalization, in case someone has supported you in this process of creating the speech, provide names. Try to ensure that you bring out the emotional element at times whereby your audience connects with you, because that's very important. So in case it's going to be a cosmetic speech, you don't arouse emotions, then the speech is not going to be a memorable speech. So if you take the case of any speech which is memorable, you would have noticed that there is some element of emotions attached to it. So try to bring out those emotions in a positive manner. Try to personalize in case someone has extended support or there is some source, even it could be on the internet, that you need to mention. Do that. At times during a speech, even showing your vulnerable side is fine. You do not need to show that you know everything and possibly know everyone. So you need to present yourself in the best manner, and at times, along with personalization, the element of emotions being there as much as required, as well as you giving credit to whatever sources have supported you in creating the speech, that's going to be important. So these are the 8 points which would enable you to create an excellent speech. And with these points being incorporated as a part of your preparation process, you would deliver a speech which people would remember for times to come. All the very best.